Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Mesa Ridge 322 RLS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, try to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you have plenty of room for your slide to come out, and then also your awnings. You got carefree awnings that'll come quite a ways out. So once you have them out, get a good eye for how much room you're going to need for those. Then on your off campsite, of course, your slides. There's plenty of room for them to come in and out unimpeded, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. And I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to plug in at the very rear of the unit on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And then your docking station and all your water is going to be just ahead of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you get parked, first thing you're going to do is level and stabilize your unit. Unhitching for this B&L stabilizing system. We'll turn the power on. Now whatever it is we want to do, we're taking our tongue off, so we're just going to hit extend. And then we're going to touch our tongue jack. That's going to bring our tongue jack up. Or if you hit retract, do the same thing, tongue jack, that'll bring it up and down. I do recommend getting a level. Stick it on the side of your unit, about the middle. Have someone watch that while you bring this up and down till you got your unit level. Once you got your unit level, you're going to hit extend, and then you're going to touch all stabilizing jacks. I'm going to show you real quick. That is going to run down your stabilizing jacks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in summer. Get a 4-pack of those, run them down, have someone watch them when they come down. Here's your front, just about running down. Same thing here in the back. Now have someone watching that, because once you've got them down taut, you want to stop. Remember, we've already got our unit level. All we want to do at this point is stabilize it. So again, to bring them back up, we'll hit retract and hit all stabilizing jacks. Now if you happen to be on some crooked ground and you hit all stabilizing jacks and one needs to be down farther than the other, you can bring down just the right front, left rear, right rear. All right, once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Got your unit in here prepping it right now, so we've got it on a temporary cord. So here's your big long 50 amp cord that comes with the unit. Plugs in right here on the back. At the end of that 50 amp, should you need to plug into a campsite that has 30, in your convenience pack is a 50 to 30 amps. And if you ever need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 15 that you can throw on the end of this and then plug into a 110 somewhere. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Real simple on this unit. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Right to the left of your docking station is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, putting a drain plug back in. You may have left it out last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Throw a little plumber's tape around there. Throw that in there nice and snug, then you can turn that hose on. Now once that hose has been on for a little while, you can go inside and deploy your slides. Because what I need you to do is get inside and open up your water taps. Get all the air flowing out of the lines. Once you got a nice steady flow of water going through your lines, then you go ahead and shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Show you how to do that when we get in there. Now let's say we're going to go dry docking, or boondocking as we like to call it. In that case, we're just going to fill up our fresh water tank. Water pressure regulator again, hook that up here. Now what you're going to want to do here is you're going to go inside, and on your panel you can check your black tank, your battery, your gray tank, and also a fresh tank. Watch that freshwater tank. Once that's full, remove the hose, put your cap back on, and then you'll turn on your water pump on the inside. Don't turn on your water pump when you're using city water. That's already got pressure. So whenever you want to utilize this fresh water out boondocking, you turn on your water pump. Alright, we're all set up with water and power. We're ready to camp. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit, continuing here in the docking station. Again, city water, fresh water or potable water, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black and gray tanks here. And then you also have an extra gray tank over here. You have a light out here, an outdoor shower. There'll be a spray port hose that'll hook up to that. A couple of 110s, and here's where you plug in your cable and satellite dishes. Convenience to run cords down through so you can shut this. This is a flue for your furnace. Two things about that: one, make sure it's never blocked, and two, if you're running your furnace, steer clear of that, it will get hot. Again, your hot water heater. It says low point drain, needs to be easier accessible with our slides closed. There's those. Big storage area here. Pass-through storage here. That's going to be your inverter. This is your battery disconnect. This would disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. This is a docking light. Those lights right there. We'll continue down the off-camp side. It's your freshwater drain if you're out boondocking. Right there's the handle you pull to drain that. Again, your power. You got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there and check the seams of your roof about a couple times a year. Look for cracking and drying. Then caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You also prep for a Furion backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this device, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Coming around this side, you got your outdoor kitchen. There's a sink. There's the drain for that. Your lighting. Fridge up top, your griddle. Push these both down at the same time, which I can't do one-handed, so there we go. As you pull this out, to lock this out, you have to turn this up, and when you do that, turns your gas on. And you can light that here. Turn that down in order to close it, and that shuts your gas off. That's stop for 2 spots. There's a manual override crank to be able to bring down your spare tire. Be sure to keep your outdoor kitchen locked. Got variables in there. This is a little access panel to your ice maker water lines. Again, we'll bring your awning out. Here's your outdoor scare light or porch light. You're all set up for a griddle here. You can set the griddle on there. There's your quick connect LP. Again, your stabilizing jacks. You do have these lock arms. If you're going to be at a campsite for a long time, once these are down, you can tighten these down. That's going to give you extra stabilizing on these. Just be sure to unlock it before you leave. Prep for a TV out here too. Plug in TV right there, cable 110. Prep for solar. You can plug in the solar panel right there, and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Your propane does come with a cover and a regulator. Simply lefty-loosey to open. Point toward the tank you used to be using. Battery posts. Check them now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time going down the road. Well, that about covers everything out here. Let's go look inside. Alright, coming up inside the doorway, the first thing I like to point out in every unit is a fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Also, as you come in, you got a big nice closet here for coats, and underneath that is your control panel. So we'll start up here on the left. Bunch of lights. Down here is where you turn on your water heater if you hook to gas, water heater if hooked to electric. Doesn't make a difference. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Here's where if you had an extra black tank, you can switch between the two. And over here's where you can check your levels. Your brand new battery, your fresh. That's the button I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Down here's our slides. We'll run them out in a few. Your awning controls. This is a carefree awning. All you're gonna do is hit extend. That is gonna run itself out all by itself. That white flap falls down, rolls just beyond that, and then rolls itself back. Come back in, hit retract, and it runs itself back in. Same thing here on your main one. White flap falls down, rolls itself up just beyond that, and rolls itself back into position. Great awning setup. We'll hit retract on that, let itself run itself back in. I'll point out underneath that is going to be your breaker box and fuse box. Ton of 15s there. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Come around the corner in your control, in the front room, excuse me. We'll turn this on, and we're going to turn your AC on. You hear that kick on? I'm going to shut that off. And generally the AC will shut off kind of quick, as it did. Now I'm going to turn the heat on. I know it's hard to see these on this blue. The heat just kicked on. I'm going to shut the heat off. You'll notice that the heat will take a few minutes for the fan to cycle through before it shuts off. Below that, some accent lighting. You have a power fan up here. You can turn on the power, or you can open and close it. Lighting for your pantry here. There's your furnace running. Dinette, you got a couple of seats that'll flip up here. They're Velcro down. Strap down, actually. Here's one flipped up. You do have an extension on your table as well. Let's go to your island down here on the bottom. It's going to be a 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be out boondocking, dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Continuing into the living room, the theater seating, you got a couple of these that'll pop on here for snacks. You can pop them off. Also have parachute pull reclining. Pull up on that. Use your feet to put it back down. USB port, an accent light for underneath. Massage and heat on both. Over here on your sofa, you can click these on over here as well. If you want to eat over here, Show you quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Your back cushions are just Velcro down here. You pull them off. Standing in the middle gives you best leverage. Lift this up, open your legs up, pull it towards you, and then jackknife out into a bed. Lay your back part down. And just that quickly, you've got another sleeping quarters. This piece of paper here has a factory number on it, so in case you ever need to replace that. Always make sure you lift the back up first. Close your legs in. Set that back down. Return your cushions, and just that quickly you're back to a sofa. TV, remote. As I turn it on, I'm going to show you the safety strap you want to use for travel. You take this strap. There's your TV working. Shut that off. We're in a metal building. So what you're going to do is snap this in here for travel. Keep that from bouncing all around on you. This whole thing will also, when unsnapped, will also lift up for some storage in here. Your cable and satellite access. Sound system. Turn that on. Bluetooth, AM, FM, auxiliary, dual zone. There's music indoors. Now it's just outdoors. Shut them both off. Fireplace. Not just for looks. I can go through and make it brighter or dimmer. But the biggest thing is the heat. If it's chilly in the morning or evening, instead of wasting your gas, turn the electric heater on this, and it'll get it toasting here in no time. Got a self-explanatory microwave. Does have a high and low vent. You got a light. This glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn our panel light on. Rocking it up. Turn this to light. Hit your ignite the same time you're pushing this in. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but let's see if I can get it going here. There we go. And there's your flame. Same thing on your oven. This does have a pilot light on it. A lot of them don't nowadays, but this one will have a pilot light. You have to get up underneath there and light while pushing. Bring your glass top down for travel. Fridge and ice maker. All your controls are on the inside. There's your water filter to it. Come back into your bathroom. A couple things to mention in here. When you are traveling, make sure that your shower door is snapped open. You also have a 110 with GFCI reset in here. And then underneath here you got a little bit of plumbing to keep an eye on. Coming back into our bedroom. A couple things mentioned back in here. In here, your bifold doors. Use your washer and dryer. When you close this up, press that. Make sure they are pressed in. For travel, make sure that your closet door, great place for laundry chute, snaps open for travel, or closed, excuse me. Underneath your storage here is your outdoor griddle, quick connect LP cord, and there's your spray port hose for that outdoor shower I showed you. One more thing for travel, another door to make sure you have snapped open is this one. That about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start in the bedroom by making sure my lights are off. Secure that door. Next, my bathroom lights. Then I'm going to come to my control panel and hit all my interior lights. That'll show me all the lights that I need to go around in the unit. and shut off individually. A lot of these are one-touch lighting, which is really nice because you can shut them all off except for like one, so you got a nice night light in here at night. Got our lights on here. And lastly, it looks like I left the oven light on. Hard to find in the dark. So once I've done that, come back over here and turn on my hall lights. And then this one button here so I can see everything in the living room. Now I can see, I can finally shut this light off. Doors and drawers. Make sure you go through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Your television's strapped in. Come on down here. Slide number 3 in. Number 3 is going to be your living room. Excuse me, your kitchen slide and entertainment center. In your bedroom, make sure that you've closed your dresser drawers. Nothing is in between your bed and your dresser. As the slide gets in, we'll do number 2. There it goes. Wasn't pressing right. As I bring this in, see a window, get the crank closed. If you walk around your unit, make sure all your windows are closed. All closed now. Come back over and finish bringing that slide in. And then lastly, we're going to bring in a bedroom slide. Turn that down in there. Keep an eye in there when we run it in. See it through there. I can. I'm going to come right up tight to that dresser here, and so I have to make sure the drawers are closed. Now, shut off this light, shut off our hall light, and exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these stairs, folks, is you want to make sure your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on it coming up. Adjustable feet as well, cotter pins on those. Bring it up softly. Turn this either way, right or left, just to lock that door in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle, and your door is ready for travel. At this point, unhook your power, your wire, and your cable. We're going to come around to the front of the unit. We're going to turn this back on. We're going to hit retract. We're going to hit all stabilizing jacks. That's going to bring them all up for you. Once them are all up, you can shut that back off. And we're going to find our low point drain. Main low point drain is going to be right there. You can dump those. And if we're out boondocking, take your freshwater tank. You can pull that handle and drain that one. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be right in front of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. You're going to start here in the front. The reason is you have a black tank up here. So hook up your hose, put the other end in the dump, and pull our black to handle. And once it sounds like that's no longer draining, you can open up the door and check your panel and see if your black tank is showing empty. Once it shows empty, leave that handle open, again with your water pressure regulator. hook up a hose to this black tank flush, turn that on, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose, make sure all that washout has drained, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaning waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your hose out a little bit for you. Once that's done, close that gray handle, grab this hose, and hook up over here and pull this gray handle. Again, clean your waters, sinks and showers. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store the sewage hose right inside your bumper. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Mesa Ridge for many years to come. Happy camping.